Yo, what to do, everybody? I'm Jakku. Hope you're having a good day. We got early gameplay of Beetlejuice showing all of his movesets and also a 2v2 match with Beetlejuice on the brand new stage, the Teen Titans Tower. I do believe Beetlejuice drops tomorrow on August 20th alongside a big mid-season update patch. Let's get into this gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get it.
Today, I'm going to be breaking down Beetlejuice. So before we get into Beetlejuice's moveset, let's actually talk about some of the perks real quick. The first perk up is Frightening. So instead of this neutral special knocking away, it actually stuns the opponent in place for you to follow up. The next perk we could talk about is Big Bomb. When I put this down and I actually go ahead and light it up, the bomb should be bigger now because of how far I walked away from it. Now, if I decide to do it really fast and don't go that far away, the explosion radius is not that large. The last perk that I like to talk about is Angry Bug. When you throw out this, the beetle will actually follow you, attacking anyone that takes a hit close to them. This also will not allow you to do a second up aerial special after you use this. And that's going to be it for Beetlejuice's perks. Pick the one that makes the most sense for your playstyle, but let's get directly into the moveset. First off, I want to talk about his passive, Knock 'em Dead. This allows allies to run through you, or if you run through them, you will actually apply boxing gloves to them. If your ally hits an opponent 3 times, you will be able to teleport directly onto that enemy with your neutral special. So keep that in mind. That is how his passive works, and you don't want to say his name 3 times, so I'm sure you guys understand the reference that we were aiming for here. Now, let's get into his general moves. Beetlejuice's dash attack literally puts him in a coffin and allows him to throw down onto the opponent. So basically, you're running at them, you slam into them inside the coffin. Very cool, very creative, and it actually has a good reach in terms of height as well. So even if the opponent is jumping, you should be able to catch them with this move, unless they're relatively high up. Other moves that Beetlejuice has, he has his side attack combo that can be branched also into his up attack, which allows him to follow up with not only his up air, but also his side air. And as you saw, the side air sends at an angle that allows for ring outs and allows for him to combo into his aerial up attack as well. Another one of Beetlejuice's moves is down attack. That was only one part of the grounded down attack, so let's keep it going, right? That's what happens if you tap the move, but if you hold it, you actually get a full charge, which goes into a series of hits that not only pop the opponent up, but on that final hit, it has the ability to ring out an opponent. You probably want to use this more so at the ledge so you can actually set up for this move, because if you just use this like this, your opponent can see this coming depending on how long you charge it. The move is very active though, and Beetlejuice moves pretty fast, so be sure to find uses for this move in your combo game that makes sense. Neutral attack, Beetlejuice slams down with 2 hammers on the ground. You can actually do side attack 1-2 into this move as a not only ring out confirm, but just to knock away opponents because it has good knockback and does relatively solid enough damage. Very fast move too. This move is pretty deceiving with how fast it actually comes out, so you can catch people off guard with this move, especially as they're trying to come back to the stage. And the last move on the ground that we can talk about is actually Beetlejuice's up attack, which is a swing upward. Kind of looks like a hammer in some cases in the air, but on the ground, it resembles almost that boxing glove that you can apply with his passive. And so you can actually charge this move as well, just like the down attack. You can pretty much charge the neutral attack as well, and you can of course charge the down attack. And as you're seeing a theme here, all of his grounded attacks are chargeable except for the forward or side attack on the ground. Now, let's get into these aerials. As you saw, this is a great move not only for comboing, but it has relatively decent knockback, which allows it to ring out at higher damage ratios, and it comes out really fast, so you're able to use this move rapidly to pressure opponents that are above you. The next move we want to talk about is the downward aerial, which is Beetlejuice's spike. So if you want to send your opponent to the bottom blast zone and you want to do it in style, you can actually have Beetlejuice's eye sockets pop right out of his head, knocking the opponent away. But you of course can use this move on the ground to chain into other attacks as well, especially off of a ground bounce. You can combo into other aerials. The side attack in the air is just a sweep forward, sends the opponent at a diagonal angle, and allows you to pressure them from above. You want to use this move not only as an approach tool, but as a tool to keep yourself safe from opponents that are trying to approach you. And the neutral attack in the air. Beetlejuice lets out a series of spikes from his body. You can actually follow up depending on your opponent's percent. You might be able to get a side air. You might be able to get a jab combo. Let your imagination run wild when actually landing this move. Now, going into what makes Beetlejuice unique, the special moves. Neutral special, you can see that move is super powerful. Beetlejuice lets off a scream, so something cool about this is that if you tap it, you can pretty much do it just like that, but if you hold it, has more knockback, and you can actually store this as well. So what I did was I held the button to charge it, and then I dodged. You can see that the meter is just staying still, right? So now if I want to, I can actually just approach with this or even try to combo into it. However, from side attack, it will be relatively hard to combo into that consistently, if at all. So you have to find ways to make this work. This is a good move also if you want to stall your momentum when coming to the stage. As you see, this is me falling normally. If I use this, I kind of stall and I fly around with the move as I'm able to kind of control it in the air. You do not want to get hit by this move, everybody. Trust me, this move will ring you out. You do not want to get hit by that full charge. That is a strong move. Up next is going to be Beetlejuice's forward special. So forward special, Beetlejuice leaps at the opponent. You actually have the ability to charge this move as well if you want to go further and do more damage. So right there, I just did side attack into side special to pop the opponent up, and then I'm able to move almost immediately if I want to try to pressure with a follow-up. So be sure to use the side special to the best of your ability in this way. The next move we're going to talk about is Beetlejuice's down special. You actually are just drawing it along, right? And as you can see, you can pressure the opponent while having this bomb on the stage that will detonate. If I just slightly tap it, I don't go far. And of course, it blows up the opponent. But if I want this move to go even further, I can just pretty much hold down special while moving. And whenever I feel like letting it go is when I can let it rip and pressure the opponent and potentially ring them out. This move is really good just because you can actually have this on the stage at the same time as you're fighting the opponent, even if you're just trying to knock them towards it, or you're just trying to create a barrier so they don't go near this bomb. It kind of cuts off a position on the stage, right? So great move for offensive pressure. Next move is going to be Beetlejuice's up special on the ground. Check this out. You throw the beetle at the opponent, but there is more to this than meets the eye. I will explain. So on hit, I'm able to now do 2 aerial up specials instead of 1. This is what happens when I throw the beetle, it doesn't hit the opponent, and I try to aerial up special. I'm only able to get 1. Mind you, I can actually still jump and attack, which is great, but that's about it. Nothing really else that can be done. But if I hit the beetle, boom. I'm able to do 2, and you can go in a various set of directions as well, which makes this move very good and versatile. Of course, just having that beetle as a projectile is also strong to knock away the opponent. Next move in the air I'd like to talk about is the aerial side special. You pretty much swing and lunge at the opponent and are able to follow up depending on their damage and of course where they are put in retaliation to getting hit by that move. The next move I'd like to also talk about is aerial down special. As you can see, the door flies right open and the monster attacks immediately. This is a very good move for mixing up opponents when trying to come back to the stage, because if you do this, you might be able to hit someone that's just kind of waiting trying to hit you. And it's so fast that you have enough time to react and pretty much set yourself up so you're able to try to cross up the opponent and make it back. Beetlejuice, in my opinion, is an exceptional character for recovering because he has so many different ways of doing it, and because this allows him to zip up twice, which you also can use offensively. And keep in mind, that is Beetlejuice's up special. And so if you hit someone with that move in the air, you might find yourself being able to actually follow up and apply more pressure than you think. And lastly, aerial neutral special is the same as on the ground. It is the scream, and of course can be dodged out of to charge. So overall, Beetlejuice, in my opinion, is a very strong character, and the thing I like the most is not only is his combo game pretty decent, but I just like how his moves are so wacky and crazy. Beetlejuice is going to be playable quite soon, so be sure to show us what you guys got with the latest character in the game. And of course, be sure to continue playing MultiVersus. And thank you so much for listening to this breakdown. This is your community manager, Nakat. Take it easy. Peace out.
So as here, me and Nakat pulled together a little video here to kind of show off like what Beetlejuice could do. As you can see, he's very aerial control based. He's got a lot of great stall in the air. Nakat, I know you're talking earlier about how great his recovery is as well.
Yep, and also you can play him very aggressive in twos. His hitboxes are pretty big, so just being able to have those on the field constantly not only sets up your partner, but also sets you up for perfect ring outs. And as you see with Jason, it's just two powerhouse characters working together.
Yeah, and then the aerial down special too covers a lot of range. You saw a little while ago, utilizing the bug showcase. Will let you get in. So every time you see Beetlejuice available on a teammate, you want to use that to get in as quick as possible. His hitboxes are rather large, so you can see it's pretty easy to go out there and get a spike with things like that down here.